this particular issue. Will India be penalized for suspending Indus Water Treaty? What is this Indus Water Treaty? What are these so-called Eastern rivers and Western rivers? Can India unilaterally abrogate this particular treaty? Is it just a token measure and the amount of water from the so-called, Western river will keep on going to Pakistan and nothing will change much? So we have to discuss a lot of questions, and all these questions, why we are discussing it, because IE explained, Indian Express explained, has talked about Indus Water Treaty. We know what has happened. We have lost 26 plus life, and most of these people, if not all, were tourists, and this was not at all, like, it's not as we have discussed, I made a video yesterday, it was not an army to army combat. You just killed those people, helpless people who went there for tourist purpose, and in retaliation we have done this. So is it enough, like whatever we have done, or do we need to do something more than this? And we'll have a discussion about Indus Water Treaty, very important from UPSC perspective, non-UPSC perspective as well. Why are we talking about this? Because we are going through something, we have faced something, and April 24, 2025, Indian Express page number 19, they are talking about this particular issue. Why India's suspension of 65-year-old IWT is significant. We've had wars with Pakistan. Even then, Indus Water Treaty continued. Which was the organization which brokered this treaty between India and Pakistan? Almost 9 years it took. And then that particular organization is World Bank. So this whole thing, Indus Water Treaty, survived, means the wars between India and Pakistan rather. But what happened yesterday was enough. But again, the question is, will something change on the ground, or will the water continue to flow for Pakistan and nothing is going to change on the ground in the immediate future, and this is just a token measure? So we have to talk about a lot of things. First of all, let's have a look at this particular issue. India suspends IWT for the first time. For the first time since its signing in 1960. World Bank brokered it, and Ayub Khan, Jawaharlal Nehru, these were the two people who were involved, major two people. Reasons for suspension: because they killed 26 tourists, helpless people. They were killed by these, LET and the affiliate of LET, and Pakistan is involved. As we have discussed, Pakistan is involved here, and we are trying to teach Pakistan a lesson. But the question here is this lesson enough, or do we need to do something more than that? Official statement, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri sir is saying that Pakistan has to stop sponsoring terrorism, and again, if they don't do that, they will face more retaliation from us in some way or the other. India has also done other things: close Atari border, cancel visas, expelled several Pakistani personnel. But again, we'll talk about the again part. So let's first of all talk about Indus Water Treaty. There are also some criticism associated with India that we have not used our share of water properly. What water has been allocated to us? Eastern rivers water, Satluj, Beas, Ravi. There is a question mark here. Why there is a question mark? We'll discuss it. Pakistan, they have been allocated Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. Indus, 5 tributaries, you hear about it. And let me show you something here, and before we talk about other stuff. So see this particular map. Eastern rivers, Ravi, we have Beas, we have Satluj. Ravi, Beas, Satluj. We should be using this water. The one criticism is we are not utilizing this water properly. Second criticism is you have western flowing river, Jhelum, Chenab and Indus. That water will be used by Pakistan. But we can also use this water, the water of so-called western rivers, for non-consumption purposes. What are these non-consumption purposes? Hydroelectricity. And if we need it for navigation, we can use it. Are we using it? The answer is no. So this is one criticism of India. The biggest criticism right now is nothing is going to change. Even though we are, suspending this particular treaty, nothing is going to change on the ground. Pakistan will continue to use the water of so-called western rivers because we don't have enough measures to hold water or to divert water. So then, is it just a token measure to appease us people who are seething with anger because what happened and what our people faced? So you can understand the criticism which has been levied. No immediate impact. This is what we are talking about. India currently, this Indian Express article, and not only this, other articles also are saying the same thing, that there is no immediate impact. This is just to make us happy. This whole thing has been announced. We don't have infrastructure to halt or divert to its own use. In future, we may do this, we may do that, we can do this, we can do that, but currently nothing will change. treaty has no exit clause. To answer that particular question of yours, whether India can unilaterally abrogate this treaty, the answer is no. Both party has to come together. But then, can anything happen to India? The answer again is no. Pakistan has very limited measures what they can do. There is a permanent Indus Commission, then arbitration, but nothing like India will not be impacted much. Many people are saying that India was also looking for an excuse to abrogate this particular Indus Water Treaty, but the main point is no immediate impact, and that's why many people are not happy, and we are like, we need something. Most scholars are saying that this is just a token measure because in the immediate run nothing is going to change much. If you people have any view on this particular issue, means news, and if you're like, no sir, something is going to change, something is better than nothing, at least government is trying to do something, and earlier it should have been withdrawn earlier only, it should have been suspended earlier only, it should have been abrogated earlier only, you can post it in the comment section. Implication: India may stop sharing water, India can remove. Pay attention to the words: may stop, can remove, can build, can bar. We can do certain things, but again this is for the future. These things will not be done within a day. So to reiterate the point, no immediate impact of this particular suspension. So then what should we do? We'll talk about that. And dispute resolution mechanism. To answer the question whether India will face suspension or not, the answer is no. Pakistan cannot do anything. Just like US do anything and everything, we can also do anything and everything when it comes to IWT. Pakistan has very limited measure and nothing much is going to happen to India. But many people say that it is setting a dangerous precedent. What if China does the same and they stop Brahmaputra water from flowing into Indian territories? What will happen then? So there are different questions which are being asked by different scholars. Do you have answer to any of them? Currently, we don't have those answers, but this is a question which people are asking. Is it enough? Like what India did, like suspension of Indus Water Treaty, welcome measure, but immediate impact we are seeing it is zero zilch. So should we do something more about it? And the next question, that is the what if question. What if countries like China, let's pinpoint China. What if China do the same thing and they stop the water of Brahmaputra? Then what will happen to our northeastern states? So that is a big what if which we have to think about. Okay, so we have seen this particular perspective. We have seen Indus Water Treaty. Let's solve a question important from UPSC as well as non-UPSC perspective, especially from UPSC perspective. These are statements related to Indus Water Treaty 1960, and what do you think is the correct answer? 1 only, 2 only, B, C both, or D neither? Whatever you feel, you can post it in the comment section. I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of this objective question in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh, because study should be fun. But this is not a fun matter. This is actually a very serious matter, and government has to do something more than this. Indus Water Treaty abrogation, suspension, everything is fine. Immediate impact zero, zilch. So what else? What next? What government should do next? How we should stop a terrorist state, a terrorist country like Pakistan, who are indulge in these kind of stuff, time and again. Like, what is the way forward? So yes, and again, if you're a UPSC 2026 aspirant, our April morning batch admissions are closing on 30th April. You can join at the earliest. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount. And please share your views on this topic. What do you think we should do more? India as a country, our government should do more because this cannot go on and on and on. There has to be something which has to be done by us. Indus Water Treaty suspension, is it enough? Do you think it is enough? Do you think it is a good measure? Do you think it will have any impact? Not in the immediate, we have seen what is the immediate impact, but in the future, how it will impact Pakistan, and should we use our so-called eastern rivers more productively? Whatever is your view, you can post it in the comment section. So that's it from me, sir and ma'am. I will see you soon. Take care. Be blessed. Tata. Bye-bye.